Hello students, now we will discuss question number 1259 from the book 1234. In this question it is given to us that a glass wedge with a small angle of refraction theta is placed at a certain distance from a convergent lens of focal length f. One surface of the wedge being perpendicular to optical axis of the lens. So it is given that this glass wedge has one surface perpendicular to optical axis of the lens. A point source S of light is on the other side of the lens at its focus. So there is a point source of light which is at the focus point of the lens. This is lens and this point source is on the focal point of the lens. The rays reflected from the wedge produce after refraction in the lens two images of the source displaced with respect to each other by d. So there are two images of this source. This source is having its two images by the reflected light rays. The light rays from the source will pass parallel to the optical axis after refraction from lens because it is at the focus point. So lens will make a parallel beam after the light rays coming from the source. This parallel beam is going to strike this glass wedge, and glass wedge is reflecting light rays, and these reflected light rays are going to come again to lens, and there are two images of the source. So how can be there are two images? So glass surface has two this glass has two surfaces. One is face AB and one, let us call this face as AC. This face AB may reflect light ray and their face AC may also reflect light rays. So face AB will reflect light ray, face AC will reflect light ray, and the reflected light rays are again passing through lens, and there are two images of the source, and these two images are separated by distance d. It's been given in question. We need to find the refractive index of the glass wedge. Okay, let's proceed. First we will discuss image created by the reflected light rays from the face AB. Let's assume this is the face AB of the prism. The incident light rays on the face AB are perpendicular to surface. So these light rays will be just reflected back and also refracted. Whenever light rays strike a glass surface, some part of energy is refracted and some part of energy is reflected. So there is some energy of light ray which is reflected and some energy is refracted. Let us discuss about this reflected rays first. These reflected rays are going to trace their path backwards like this, and due to refraction by lens they will create an image on the source position itself. So one image of source will be created at the position of source only. Now we need to think about the second image. Second image is by the reflected light rays which are coming from the face AC. Face AC will reflect this incident light rays, but these light rays are at some angle with the normal. These light rays are at some angle with the normal. First we'll find out this angle with the normal. So the top angle of the prism was given as theta, and this angle should also be theta. You can find out this by geometry. Then this angle should also be theta. So the reflected light ray, let me draw a bigger diagram for you. The reflected light ray, incident light ray on the face AC are making an angle theta with the normal. So reflected light ray should make an angle theta with the normal. Hence the reflected light ray should make an angle 2 theta with horizontal direction. So the light rays which are reflected from face AC will be coming like this. Let me draw another diagram for you. This is prism, and the light rays which are reflected from the face AC will come like this, and their angle with the horizontal direction is 2 theta. So because their angle with horizontal is 2 theta here, so their angle with normal of the first surface AB will also be 2 theta. This angle will also be 2 theta. And when they are refracted, because they are going toward a denser medium, towards a rarer medium, so their angle with normal will change. It will be slightly bigger. This angle will be changed. We can find out this angle using Snell's law. You can apply Snell's law. 1 into sine r should equal to mu into sine of angle of incidence, which is nothing but 2 theta. By solving this, and see here that angle of prisma was given is very small. This angle is theta. This angle is very small. So 2 theta can also be considered to be very small. So we can apply small angle approximation. So sine theta can be written as theta, and this equation will give me r as 2 mu theta. So the reflected beam, the refracted beam from the face AB are coming at an angle 2 theta with the horizontal direction. Whenever a lens receives a beam which is at an angle with its optical axis like this, it forms an image in focal plane. So there will be an image in the focal plane due to the refracted beams like this. This is an image in focal plane. This will be the second image of the source. One image was at focus itself, and second image is in focal plane. This image is in focal plane, and the angle of this incident light ray was r with the principal axis or optical axis. So this angle should also be r, and this height of the second image should be f into theta, because this distance f can be taken as radius. So arc length should be radius into angle. Now, but this f theta is given in question as d. If this theta is nothing but r, so f into r is d. I may put r as 2 mu theta. So mu is d by 2 f theta. This should be our answer. Thank you.